If you enjoy reading books, smoking weed, and listening to podcasts about both, then listen to Literature with me, your host, Joanna. Every other Sunday exclusively on the Journey into Comics network at journeyintocomics.com. Let's sit back and get lit.
The following is a Journey into Comics network production.
I'm a dude who likes brews. It's time for Brews with Dudes. Juicy. Good evening and welcome to episode 22 of Brews with Dudes. I am Nick. I am here with Austin again.
Yo, yo.
Dr. Dongo.
Hey.
MD. Dave Linder.
Hello, hello.
And we've also got Mr. Chris Pelot hiding out over there.
Hi.
This is Chris's first time on the show. It's not the first time he's drank beer, though. Is that correct?
It's my first time.
You've never drank beer before, huh?
No.
Ever?
First time beer drinker.
Interesting.
We're breaking multiple cherries on him tonight.
All right.
Let's bust all those cherries.
So,
Every single one.
We're drinking a lot of 450 beer tonight. This is some of the stuff from the release a couple weeks ago and the release today.
Nick, I am so happy about this.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I think I'm happier.
We're at a location only done
Yes.
twice before or once before?
We've done a couple of the podcasts down here at Jerry Lee's Pub.
Yeah, but we're actually sitting here with 3 buckets of ice full of beer. My mic is quite cold because it sat between them for a minute before we picked them up and started going.
So we're gonna not waste any more time, and we're gonna start off drinking some beers. We're gonna start off with the Tropic Nuggets, a double dry hop double IPA with Galaxy Matweka, I don't fucking know, and Citra hops. Let's dive right in.
0 Idaho 7, correct?
No Idaho 7.
No Idaho 7.
Ooh, it smells juicy.
I'm watching Dick pour this, and I'm like, you need to work on your skills.
I'm not used to this.
He's not a bartender.
Yeah. Feel that? Where'd you go? Oh, he already got some?
No, I don't have any yet.
Oh, well, here.
Thanks. Hey, he's got 2.
What? You son of a bitch!
You can have it.
All right. We're
Pelot's
we've got these. We
trying to
finally got
steal
these
beer.
poured. Stealing beer, right?
These are my first.
We're
2
trying
beers.
to share beer with you, and you're stealing it from us already.
These are my first.
This might be his last
Take it
time
easy.
on
It's your
here.
first beer. Take it easy.
First,
Give me
second,
that
and
one.
last.
So this bad boy is
Confiscate
really
that.
cloudy.
Super cloudy. It looks
Smells
like
juicy.
It looks like orange juice, which
does.
is a very distinct feature of the New England style IPA.
Clank.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Ooh. That's pleasant.
That was a unanimous ooh.
Yeah.
It was.
That is delicious.
It is
It's very
tasty.
juicy.
Juicy, juicy, juicy.
So juicy.
It was quite.
You just stayed
tropic.
stuff from the slide from yesterday.
God damn it. Chris Pelot being called out.
What's that? Say that again.
What?
Feel like I've heard this before.
I think I'm having deja vu.
Oh! Austin's first catchphrase of the evening.
Yeah. God damn it, we've got catchphrases now.
I need a catchphrase.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Work
That's
on it.
next.
Player one.
God damn it.
Ready Player
Yeah.
One.
Oh, shit.
We have a couple on podcast. We got, obviously, Heritage, and then,
What's that?
Fuck
Heritage,
off.
not hate?
Fuck off.
That's pretty close to my catchphrase in life.
no, there's a story behind Heritage that I'm not going to get into. But,
No, we don't need to.
no.
Plug it.
But it's basically any time I don't even really understand it. Like the
You might as well just tell the story if you don't understand it, because you're not going to be able to explain it to us.
It's weird. Like, you know how every meme has like a formula, you know? The Heritage has a formula behind it. Like, there are moments to use it and
whenever you jump into this voice and start getting into
but
it.
basically,
down into the nitty gritty.
You talk something about your heritage or something that should be heritage-like,
we
and
used
you
to
go,
do it back in the old country.
or, you know, fuck off. That one's pretty self-explanatory.
Hey, Dick, fuck off.
We explained that one? I don't get it.
Fuck off, Dave.
That's real rude.
Dave.
So, pivoting,
Speaking of fucking off, let's pivot.
we woke up at like 7:30 this morning
bust.
to try to get on the road by 8 to drive to 450 to get some of these beers. Because last time we got there, they opened at 11. So we got there, it was about 10:15, and there were already like 150 people in line.
Wow.
So we didn't really get very much of the beer we wanted. So this time we're like, no, we're fucking going. And we got there at about 10, and we were within the first 50.
Yeah, we got the first
Nice.
50.
Very
I
nice.
still actually have my bracelet on because they gave the first 50 people in line a bracelet to guarantee them having a full allotment of what was announced before people got there.
Because
cute
they
bracelet.
it is a very cute bracelet. It's unique.
It's very unique. It's
It's
like
it's
I just
red.
got into a club and they put a band on my arm to show I was 21 and I could drink.
Or a
Damn.
hospital.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or a hospital.
Or a hospital so I can drink.
I do my best drinking at a
That's
hospital.
what hospitals could really use.
Yeah, if they
A
had
little
a
mini
bar, or maybe some like bedside service with a like.
You
little
guys
mini
are
fridge
missing
in
the
there.
bigger picture, okay? You're in a hospital. They have IVs.
That is true.
You can put beer in.
I saw
Direct-
that.
beer
I saw
IVs.
that bug land right
And
next to your
painkillers.
eyes. Sounds
Direct
great.
link to the bloodstream.
It could be a real party.
Yes.
What I
Yeah,
want is
but,
my doctor to be hammered. That's what I really
I don't
want.
drink to get hammered. That's just one of the positive side effects of me enjoying the alcohol.
Fact.
Fact.
What do we think about this beer, guys? The
I dig it.
Tropic Nuggets.
I like it.
I dig it.
Super digging it.
It's got a Miami Vice kind of look on the can.
Yeah.
It's a nice sky blue and pink. There's a palm tree and there's some birds.
It totally makes me think
There's a
of like the
sunset.
old 80s Miami Vice logo.
They're those classic M birds.
It says it is
Good old
8.5 ABV.
Birds. It's the first kind of bird you learn how to draw, you know?
I still can't draw it. I'm terrible at drawing.
I am
But yeah,
as well.
when we got there today, like I'm the one that got up and drove us down there today because I hadn't driven yet and I had the day off, so I was like, I'm driving, it's my turn. We took off a little late because we had
We had to get coffee.
to get coffee. You have to have coffee that early in the morning. So I'm doing
Do you?
excessive speeds on the highway down there
Fuck off.
and get us there. And it's about 10 o'clock when we get there. And we're getting on the final street to pull up the brewery. And I'm just like, in my head, man, parking lot's going to be packed. There's going to be so many people there. Man, this sucks. And we pull in and I'm like, the fuck is everybody? We pull in and there's still one of the normal spots in the brewery parking lot open. Like it's multiple spots. We pull in, we
Nice.
walk around the building. We're like, I think I count 40 or so people here. I think we got it.
And they had complimentary coffee.
Yeah, they had complimentary coffee.
It was
for
sweet.
everybody.
They had some of those like heaters, like the cigarette smokers, like at bars they'll have outside the.
like those patio heaters.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
they're
yeah.
called. So they had a couple of those. We didn't really get to enjoy them because we weren't
We-
close enough.
We didn't get there that
But we
early.
met some nice guys in line who had some. They were drinking beer, and he had this 15% barrel aged maple stout.
Maple Russian Imperial. It was
It was really awesome.
really good. And they're
then-
like, just
Sounds delicious.
hey, does anybody want to go ahead and chug the rest of this? And
So
we're
he
like,
took a
oh,
huge
yeah.
chug.
So
I took a big chug, and then he's like, "Well, one of you's got to finish it." So Austin finished it off.
finished it.
And it was like we should have drank something like this an hour ago because it warmed the belly up. It was awesome.
I was so
Nice.
cold it warmed my heart.
I didn't think that was
the,
possible to warm your heart up.
It's
That the
Well,
Russian
that
breakfast
definitely
stout?
explains the picture that was taken
It
because
wasn't-
Yes.
someone commented and saying,
Did I
I
miss
think that's the
something?
happiest I've
Canadian
ever seen you.
breakfast stout.
yeah.
That was Mike Smith that did
Yes,
that.
yes, it was.
That
I
was
don't drink
that was a
Russian
chip.
anything.
One of the chips
America first.
mentioned that.
One chip.
One chip.
We kind of went off on different tangents there, guys.
Yes, we did.
Let's move on to the next beer.
Yeah,
I've
let's
got
get
the pot of gold,
Yes.
The pot of gold.
a double dry hop double IPA,
Dave, this one's
Citra
on you.
Idaho 7.
It's on me.
Simcoe and Eldorado.
Since I
I
suck,
pour?
apparently.
I probably am worse.
Well, roll out.
I worked in a bar, but I just kicked people out of that bar. That's all I did.
And then they kicked you out.
So I was under the
Keep myself
impression
out.
I was under the impression for the longest time that this beer we're about to drink was supposed to be like a Lucky Charms beer because I got confused because that's what Brewlink is getting ready to do. And then I found out I'm like, no, it's just another probably excellent double dry hop double IPA. I'm excited for that Brewlink Lucky Charms beer. It's gonna be sweet.
I knew there was going to be a special release, but I didn't know what it was. I was just going just to go. Just to have the experience of going to a release day. And so now I'm kind of excited. Now that I know.
Yeah, I want someone to look out, one of you guys, if you can, to try to see if they have any of the strawberry milkshake. If they got
Okay.
the strawberry milkshake, I'd love some of that too.
Ooh, that
'Cause
sounds good.
We
too.
got it at the bar last time, but they didn't have it for purchase.
Yeah, they had just ran out. Like 2 people in front of us, as we were in line, walked away with it. And so we get up there, and they're like, "Oh, we just sold out. We got somebody running to the brewery to get it and come back. If you want to wait?" And we're like, "Nah,
Nah, we're not gonna
Nah.
wait in that line again.
It's not my style.
All right, guys, let's toast to the pot of gold.
Order pot of gold."
We'll enjoy on the eve of St.
St.
Patty's Day.
Patty's Day Eve.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good.
That's real good.
That's really juicy, super juicy.
Idaho 7 really pops.
Juicy, juicy, juicy.
Again, this guy just reading
Eli
right
knows-
off the slide.
Pilot knows all about that Idaho 7. I don't know why.
I'm on to you, Pilot.
Where did you
Are
guys
you just
go
gonna sit there and
last
look down and
night?
say something?
I think you guys missed the Idaho 7 part, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We did. It
did.
sounds like people are breaking the rules. We're not supposed to deviate. I guess I was participating in it a second ago. You and I were having an aside.
I don't
on
know
mic
any
while
of-
everyone else was
I don't know
talking.
any of the rules for the record.
It's pretty much don't be a dick,
To be a dick.
except on Dick's show. Then it's just dick flaying all around.
And then you say,
Yeah,
fuck off.
yes.
You are a dick.
Heritage. And heritage.
You are a dick. You be the dick. You talk about dicks.
Own the dick.
Things,
You
things
be the dick.
happen.
Own the dick.
Be the dick.
Dick happens on Podcastrophe.
I want that on a shirt.
Have you heard of our new
Be the dick.
shirt design?
I like be the dick.
No.
Be
Tell me more. Tell me more.
The original idea,
Carpe
I now
dick.
have grease stuck in my head.
this pun's gonna make sense a little bit. The pilot idea was to get John Denver's face and it said John Denver forever, but then it's just gonna be like a plane flying and it's gonna say John Denver forever. I
get
didn't
it.
know if we'd have the image rights to John Denver, so
Almost assuredly not.
we're like, just
He
plane.
was pretty cool, though. I think
Yeah.
he'd be okay with it.
It's John.
Yeah, he'd be cool.
If
He'd
he
be
was
cool with it.
Still
Because
alive. I think he's
Tyler's
dead.
always singing John Denver to me. I don't know
What
why.
a sweetheart.
It is rather sweet. I think he's trying to
Country
seduce me.
road.
Yes, that's exactly what he
Take me
sings.
home.
He sang that on the podcast.
place I belong.
Oh, wrong.
West
Guys.
Virginia.
Can't get
Mountain
the words
Mama.
right. Mountain
Thank
Mama.
you.
Take me home.
This has been Karaoke with Dudes.
Oh, can we do that one?
Yes.
Dibs on that podcast.
No, you can't. I just said it's mine.
God damn it.
Yeah, you totally missed that.
I said dibs, though.
Don't worry,
Whoa.
you can sing on my show.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, you can.
Terribly, because I sing
Good,
terribly.
we all do.
You're gonna stop that, Dongo, or you're not coming back. you dick.
Oh, and if
Fuck
I haven't
off.
I'm gonna
mentioned
auto
it,
tune your voice just
Do
for
it.
saying that.
Dr. Dongo and I are
Do it right
continuing
here.
our streak.
My
can't-
voice sounds great.
I can't do that here.
T-Pain
I have to
Maxon.
do it at home.
I meant like that part in the podcast when I was
Oh
speaking.
my god, great idea.
When I was speaking at that moment,
Just auto tune them in the edit.
something
I need
to
to
think
figure out
about.
how to do that.
Yeah,
Pilot was asking
he'd
for
edit this whole
a
part out.
wah-wah in his voice. I think that's what he
Yes.
said.
yeah. Make it sound like he's got a fishbowl on his head.
Make it happen.
Silence.
You make me sound like a
That's when you
dinosaur.
add the fish.
I want to be a dinosaur.
A little like.
We don't get to pick, Dave.
Oh,
Yeah, we actually have another streak going. It's not just Dongo and I. It's Dongo, Dave, and I.
Yes, I'm on a streak.
Because this is, what, 3, 4 in a row now that we've all been on
I think
together?
3 for me.
And there is also another streak going on. Pila and I have hung out 2 days in a row now.
Nobody cares.
Whoa.
Yes. To both
Yeah.
of you.
Pila regrets both those days.
Damn it.
Full on.
One
regret.
day worse than the next.
I understand.
And what were you guys doing yesterday?
Well, we were at
Guys.
the Knickerbocker for the 450 North Beer School with McKinley.
Oh.
Oh.
That guy's so
Wow.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder what his favorite hop is.
I
believe it's Idaho 7.
Yeah,
I
I
heard
think,
it
I'm
was
pretty sure
Idaho
it's the
7.
Idaho 7.
I helped him load his car up with beer.
Awesome.
Did you?
Yes, and I got.
Did he treat you
A
with some
beer
beer?
for it?
He did. I got treated beer by loading beer.
Beer treat.
Good.
Good.
I was super excited about it.
What did he give you?
We were.
I got 2 Starbursts.
Ooh.
Pretty
Austin
excited.
and I were also at that beer school. We had to dip out a little early to go see
I know.
Legion, Necrogoblicon, and Rings of Saturn.
How was that show?
It was absolutely fucking awesome.
Yeah, even
Awesome.
at the Emerson.
Even though it was at the
Yeah,
Emerson
it wasn't too bad.
and
It wasn't too
Yeah.
bad for
Well,
me at the Emerson.
they have any
Necrogoblicon would
450
have been
North
much
there?
better.
No, they had,
if the sound was
uh,
better
they
because
had a-
Emerson kind
Sucks.
of is notorious for having bad,
they have Bob?
bad sound for bands.
There are certain sweet spots.
Yeah, like I got in a pretty decent spot for Necrogoblicon, but it also worked for me because I knew quite a bit of the songs they were playing, so I could hear all the stuff going on instead of being like, well, I've not heard this before and trying to hear it.
Yeah.
Like with what was going on with Nick and Brett, because they told me they were like, I couldn't tell. It seemed like they were like tearing it up, but they couldn't hear a lot of the intricacies.
Was
Yeah,
Bob
that's the
Goblin there?
Yes, the Goblin was there.
His name
Yes.
is Bob. Bob Goblicon is his name.
He was there.
He was definitely
He has his
there.
own YouTube channel. Check it out.
We listened to a lot of Necrogoblicon on the way to 450 today, and I said at least 5 times, I was like, I cannot believe I've never listened to these guys before. Have you listened to them, Pilot?
Yes.
Dude,
they have
they are-
at least 1 or 2 amazing music videos.
Yes.
Have you seen the most recent
We
one
just
that
watched
came out
one.
Thursday?
No.
It's for their new track coming off on the new album coming up soon called Dressed as Goblins. And Brendan Small of
Really?
Metalocalypse and Home
Produced it and
Movies and
everything.
stuff, he produced that video.
Sick.
He
Nice.
Yeah, so he's one of the main
That-
creative works behind that video.
That dude is super talented. Insanely talented. Insane guitarist, vocalist, animator, all that shit. He
I
does
remember
all-
in the early days of Weedbee, we had a night where we all got together and watched the first 2 seasons of Metalocalypse in a row.
Dude.
It was really good
That was
band
solid.
bonding.
I love that show.
That show
So
was
good.
just incredible. I wish
Yeah.
it would have finished.
Oh yeah, did you see the actual SymphonyCon
No.
where they?
I missed it as well. I
No,
really
there's
need to
that
watch
Death
it.
Symphony they did. That's that hour-long special.
Oh, yeah.
And that really helps tie in a bunch of stuff at the end of the.
I heard it sucked.
It was actually pretty good because it actually gives you more updates on what's going on with Toki, their former guitarist, and what's actually going. And it really sets up like for a final season or like one more big special to actually finish off the
Yeah,
show.
but Adult Swim shut it down.
Yeah, they shut it down. He was.
And, you know, he even did, like, a campaign and for Metalocalypse to do a final season. And, after a few months of it, Adult Swim's like, no.
No.
And he's like, what the fuck? Do you not see all these fans? How many, like, people would be fucking watching this?
Yeah, the droves of fans.
Yeah, it's like, cool.
They probably got copyrights on it too, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
Because
copy-
I was
No,
gonna say,
he
they
can't.
could
He
do-
can't even tour as Deathclaw.
Right, I was gonna say he could do what Super Troopers did and say fuck it, and then just go self-fund it. Because if they did a GoFundMe that was like help us bring back Metalocalypse, I would.
Oh, yeah.
I would get in on it.
I'd jump in on that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I seen them
But
with Mastodon
because of
Yeah,
that.
like 6 years ago.
Damn, that was probably cool as fuck.
It was fucking
and
awesome.
they had a really cool lineup too.
It
was
was-
Gene Hoglan
Yeah.
that got to do it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he's always been. part of Death Clock, right?
Yeah. I
Death
believe
Clock
so.
is just Brendan Small, isn't it?
But no, he's he's always had studio musicians. He's rented out studio space and hired musicians to come play. Which, breaking into that, how Adult Swim shut him down. He already had studio space and musicians lined up for the next Death Clock album, and then Adult Swim shut it down. So he still had this studio time and these musicians hanging out and all this already pre-planned. So they decided to just go ahead and said, fuck it, made music. And guess where that got? Galacticon. That's where Galacticon started.
Yeah.
Because Adult Swim shut him down on the next
Metalocalypse
album.
So I heard that he can't do Galacticon either.
Yeah, he can.
Okay, well...
They just recently came out with a video for that.
Okay, because...
I want to say about 3 weeks ago.
One of the metal news blog sites, they posted something from the Brendan Small camp saying it sounds very Death Clocky, but it's not under the Galacticon name.
I did not hear any of that.
That was a couple months ago. It was
definitely something him and his brother were kind of working on, just kind of joking around with the ideas. But he never really put much to it, and that was one of the main ideas he had, what he went with when he had all that studio time and musicians with him. He went ahead and did that, and they have a video for Galacticon. It's like a 10-minute little short.
I didn't know they had. I never heard of Galacticon. I'll check that out.
It's really good.
It's Death Clock.
I'll check that out.
It's actually not quite Death Clock.
Really?
If you watch the video and the release for it, like you'll have that Brendan Small feel like you get from Death Clock and you get from a lot of his music. You definitely have his feel.
I guess that's why I'm...
But it's not Death Clock.
There's no Nathan Explosion? He's my favorite.
Not really, no.
That's brutal.
You get more Pickles than Nathan in it.
I do like Pickles. He's my favorite. Yeah, I saw them. I think about it, probably close to 8 years ago.
Pickles
I saw
is
them.
my favorite.
Pickles is my favorite. My favorite Death Clock song is Death Copter.
Hatred Copter.
Yeah, Hatred Copter. Yeah, Hatred Copter. Sorry, I misspoke. Favorite song, I can't even fucking recite it right.
Yeah, I probably saw them. When I think about it, maybe closer to 8 years ago, it was Converge, High on Fire, Mastodon, Death Clock in Chicago.
Oh, that had to be a hell of a show.
It was awesome. I was with a really shitty person at the time, but it was an awesome show.
Trying to think what my favorite Death Clock song is.
Person.
I think my favorite Death Clock song is either Burn the Earth or Black Fire Down Upon Us. Good songs.
Good songs.
I love Death Clock.
Or something Cyborg Slayers. I can't remember.
Cyborg Slayers.
I remember I had never really listened to it until Ray Carlisle showed it to me on our way back. We went to Medieval Times for his birthday one year.
Raymond?
Yeah. You Pilot remembers.
I was there.
Yeah, and I rode with Miranda and Ray. And
I don't know. Sure.
And we listened to the something Cyborg Slayers. And he's like, dude, listen to this. And so I checked it out, and I'm like, holy fuck, you're right, Ray.
I think I Ejaculate Fire is my favorite
that
song off the new album.
Excellent
off their newer album.
I remember, Nick, you were still working at the mall when that came out. And
yeah, that one.
I just happened to be at the mall, and I'm like, wonder what's going on here. And I walk in. I didn't even know Death Clock released a new album, the Death Album 3, and I was like, I'm gonna go into Hot Topic. I go in there, it's just sitting there. I'm like, oh shit, bought it.
Oh wow.
And
wow,
good album.
So moving on, we've got this next beer we're about to partake into,
the Blackberry Mango Slurpee. It is a smoothie style Berliner Weiss. It looks like it is a whopping 4.5%. It is juice.
I'm so excited for this one.
It's purpley.
It's my first time trying this.
Pink head.
Ooh, breaking another cherry tonight.
Let us indulge. Goodness gracious.
Ooh.
Wow.
Holy shit.
A little sour.
Wowie.
Yeah.
That tastes like a.
Wee!
It's got a tartness to it, like a fruit ale.
It's very, very fruity. Very fruity. It doesn't say it's a sour, but it's very tart at the end.
It tastes like a chicken if a chicken was a fruit.
I disagree with that statement.
I wholeheartedly disagree, but I knew what you were going.
I was
Fuck off, Dick.
taking the original Toki quote of candy. It tastes like a chicken. If a chicken was a candy.
Pickles nickels, because nickels is money too, guys.
Nickels is money's too, guys.
You can't just throw in references, references that don't make sense.
It actually does, because we were on a Death Clock tangent for a minute.
You can't just make jokes from Death Clock and act like it's a reference that makes sense.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we just did.
We just did.
It didn't.
We were talking about Death Clock and our
I
songs.
apologize, Nick.
No one has to apologize.
Yeah, don't apologize,
No one has
Dave.
to apologize.
Everyone should
I'm going to.
apologize.
No, never apologize to Nick. He doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't
That's real
care,
fucking
most
rude.
importantly.
Yeah, normally
Just flat out
normally
rude.
normally I'm in the
necessary.
wrong and I'll admit it, but this time I think Nick's in the wrong.
No,
I think Nick's in the
you're
wrong.
I
right.
disagree,
Dick,
but I'm
normally-
also Nick. So
That's fair. That's fair, Nick.
I am the Nick in this situation. So
Normally he calls me out and I'm like, you know what, you're right.
This is fucking tasty.
it is
Yes.
very tasty. I could drink a lot of this.
So yesterday
too,
we did
me
that
too.
450 North Beer School that McKinley came to town and was so nice enough to do.
He's a really
then-
nice guy.
And then
Yes.
we had to cut out early. Nick, Brett, our buddy Zach, and myself had to cut out early so we get to Indy at the Emerson for that show we were just speaking about a bit. And then got up early today and made it to 450 for this release. And as we're checking out, saying hey to McKinley, as he's checking me out, and Nick and Brett right next to us,
Checking
he's
you out.
asking us if we're going to stop and have food there at the brewery. And we're like, oh no, we're gonna go where, Nick?
Swan's Eggs.
Swanzig's
It's a
Brewery.
fancy sounding name.
So, when I went to the Corn Maze Beer Festival a couple months ago, there was my favorite booth, the one that stuck out more than anybody else, was Swanzig's. And I keep saying I don't remember exactly what they had, but every beer was weird and really good. They claim that they think that they had their blueberry beer, like it's not a cider at all, but it's it's like an ale, but it tastes like blueberry. It's amazing. It's fucking awesome. And a chocolate. They said it was a chocolate golden ale. That's what they said it was. But anyway, and I've been meaning to go, and at work this week, I'm talking to our bartender Seth, and I tell him, hey, I'm going to 450. I'll grab some beer for you. And he says, man, you should really, if you have time, stop at Swanzig's. And then I remembered. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh shit!
I love that beer, and I want to go check it out. So I brought it up to those guys, and they're like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it." Since we're gonna move through this line real quick, we'll just get beer, and then we'll head there. It was only like 20 minutes away. It's still in Columbus.
Yeah.
And so we're
And it's a pizza place. So we walk in, and I think Austin was the one that said, he's like, this reminds me of walking into like Pizza Hut when I was a kid. Like, you just smell the pizza. It was really nice place.
really nice. Like it gives you that like, oh fuck,
had-
I'm a little kid again, getting treated to good pizza feel.
They had to have had 15 pizza ovens in there. Like, they had whole
yeah.
wall.
Damn.
Like, they were very serious about their pizza. But they're also a brewery. And we tried every single beer that they
Every
had.
beer
And it
there.
was 12 plus beers.
That's amazing.
Nice.
We're gonna try to work our way through it, but I think we're almost done with this Slurpee.
Yeah. But
So we should start opening another one while we're talking about this. I think
we
it's fudge
rewind
time.
a little bit as we're checking out. We tell McKinley after he asks us, "Oh, you gonna stop here and have some food?" We go, "Oh no, we're going to Swanzig." So he goes, "Oh hey, when you stop in there, see if Mike's working and tell him I told you to say hey." So Mike is one of the brewers there.
He is the brewer.
Oh,
he's
the
the guy
brewer.
that he is the dude that does it. So we ended up talking to him, but now we're also skipping ahead. So we go in, and admittedly at first the guy he must have been very busy, but he wasn't very attentive. And I was like, God damn, this ain't gonna be good. But the first beer I got was a
Vanilla cinnamon porter.
vanilla cinnamon porter. Holy shit!
Oh
it
my
was
god, it
amazing.
was so good. It was my first
It
beer
was
too.
amazing.
Like,
And Dongo?
It sounds delicious.
I want to add, I think that's really cool that someone like McKinley, a sales rep for 450, can say, hey, you're going to this brewery that's also in our town, Hey, check out say hey. You know, that's cool. The camaraderie rather than competition.
Absolutely.
Within the craft beer
Are you guys going to
community.
stay here and eat our pizza and drink our beer? No, we're going to go to the other place and drink their beer and eat their pizza.
Okay, cool. We'll say hi.
Great. Tell them I said hey.
Yeah.
That. I think that is absolutely fantastic, and that is black.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
These
That
are
is
he was
straight
talking
nuggets.
up
No,
black.
instead of being like, oh, cool, he's like, oh, yeah, they got great pizza. You guys are going to enjoy it.
That's
And we're like,
so awesome. I think that is
Awesome,
so
man.
awesome. That's one of the things I liked about like our metal community.
I was just telling these guys earlier today. So I was at work earlier this week, and we're getting ready to hire somebody to work in the brewery. And I don't know if I've actually brought this up on this show, but they just told me the other day that they were going to let me go back and start brewing with them in the next couple weeks.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
So I'm standing there.
Great.
I'm hosting, and the owner walks up and he's with this other guy. He's like, "And this is Nick. He's gonna be working back in the brewery with you, and he's probably gonna be have his own brewery open in the next year or two, from what I hear." I'm like,
That's so cool. Once again, that's what I
right,
love
like,
the camaraderie.
They knew. They were like, yeah, we don't mind if you come back here and brew with us, and we teach you how to do this, because
That's
it doesn't
fantastic.
matter. It don't matter how many people are in town are making beer. You know, everyone makes their own stuff. Like, even if, like, that's the thing. 450's beers, totally fucking awesome. Swanzig's, totally fucking awesome, and totally different. Like, totally different styles. They're very IPA heavy at 450, and everything at Swanzig's was weird. So let's try to go through it. There's the chocolate golden ale. So it was a clear beer, but tasted like chocolate.
Whoa.
They had a ghost pepper stout. So it was fun talking to him, comparing. I was like, I made a ghost pepper stout, but mine was awful. Like, like mine hurt.
It was not awful.
it
it,
was-
was interesting.
It was interesting. Theirs was a
Sipping
little
beer.
more complex. It was just a little bit better. What else did they have? I ended up getting a growler.
There's a honey wheat that we had.
There's a honey wheat. There's a Scotch,
There's a nut brown. There's a triple Z IPA, which was
an IPA. There's
pretty
a
solid.
pale ale.
There's a
But it was definitely the weird ones that stuck out. They had a couple barrel-aged things. There was a barley wine. There's an imperial stout, and then a Berliner Weiss that was
Yeah.
barrel-aged.
a barrel-aged, bourbon barrel-aged wheat. And like I was like, we were sitting there towards the end. It was like, that was one of our last ones. Like, we have that yet? And the bartender goes, nope. He straight up goes, no, you haven't. But here in a minute, I'll hook you up with a sample. That's fast forwarding a little bit. We were there sampling everything, and he was just starting to just make sure we had everything.
We started, like, we would sit there and we would, I'm like, did we try this one yet? And the bartender's like filling somebody else's cup, and he goes, nope. Like, nope. He's like, I remember which ones you've tried, guys. And then we're getting ready to leave. He's like, you still got to try the Scotch. We're like, okay.
Okay.
Fine.
All right, let's take a taste of these fudge nuggets.
Oh yeah.
Fudge
do it.
nuggets.
Double chocolate milk stout brewed with peanut butter cups, fudge topping, vanilla, and lactose. Damn.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
That's really good.
That is really good.
Oh, I want to marry this beer.
That actually tastes like those Reese's I was
fuck
eating on
this
the way
beer.
here.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that was thinking it.
I don't think you guys realize what just happened, but I just said a stout was really good.
That is weird.
Oh, shit.
That is
just
weird.
became a
Dick,
man.
fuck off.
Yep. Now you're a man!
No, you're an old man.
This is really good.
You're a Mario.
Do I like stouts now? Probably not, but this is good. I dig
Like,
this.
you can almost
Dick, I'm
bite it.
so proud of
So-
you.
It's so thick.
So proud of you.
Like, I just want to
I'm like a proud
throw
father
handful of
right
this
now.
in my mouth and just indulge.
This is amazing.
Gotta buy the king size.
I'll tell your other dad
four
that we're both
cups.
proud.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, 4 cups, or the king size of
That's
the
right.
mini unwrap, so you can just grab handfuls and just shovel in your fucking
It
mouth.
feels like cheating.
It is cheating. I don't have to unwrap each individual one. It's perfect.
So when we as Swanzigs, they're like, okay, so you tried the chocolate ale and you tried the blueberry ale. Now you're gonna try them together. And they mixed them,
No.
and it was so good that I had to get a growler of it to take home. So
So good.
I didn't bring it with me here, but we're gonna have to enjoy it.
We have an
soon.
episode planned out ahead with it.
Later
But-
tonight.
As we were sitting there,
This is round
episode
one.
night.
as we first got in there, we're sitting down, getting our beers, and just settling in. We're like, just, the guys kind of running around, like serving everybody else around us because they got there first, and we're just kind of chatting it up among people. And we were chatting up another guy in the room, and he's like, "Hey, are you those Brews with Dudes guys?" Just out of nowhere, just openly just asked without like any sort of references. Oh, hey, are you the Brews with Dudes guys? And we're like, yeah. He's like, I listen to you guys every week while I'm running on the treadmill.
That's so awesome.
It was wild.
His name was
wild. I mean, it wasn't out of nowhere. Like we were talking and we started talking about 450 and the fact that we'd had the tap takeover, and I think he started going,
Wait a
these
minute, this
guys
sounds familiar.
have been driving up here to do these releases. He knew, and he put it together from listening. He's like, these sound like dudes from Lafayette, always riding up here. I bet this is those fucking dudes I've been listening to.
Yeah,
That's fantastic. That's awesome.
As another
wild.
guy on the network,
Dudes.
that is so
Brews.
fucking awesome to me.
He's from Fort Wayne too.
He's from Fort Wayne. His name Evan Brown. What's
Evan
up,
Brown.
Evan?
Yeah, shout out to you
Shout
guys.
out to Evan.
What up,
Brown.
Evan?
Hi.
Like, and it was just really awesome because I told him, I mentioned it. I was like, man, that was really fucking cool. It was the first time that somebody that we didn't introduce the show to, or was one of our friends anyway within the network or somehow, that came up and told us, hey, dude, love the show.
Right now, as Nate Phillips is listening to this, he is creaming his fucking pants. I guarantee it.
I hope
Hi,
so.
Nate. And Nate's pants.
I like Nate. He's nice.
Nate is nice.
His pants are nice.
His pants are even
He's got
nicer
some
after
nice
he listens to
pants.
this.
I don't want his pants.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
super awesome.
That's got to be like, I mean, to an extent, that's got to be somewhat surreal.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett looked over at me. He's like, "Man, I bet you're about to make this guy cry over here saying that." I was pretty happy. I was like, "Damn, really?"
Damn.
It was super
but then
cool.
he starts telling us about some breweries we should check out up in Fort Wayne. Because I reiterated, I told him that I'm actually originally from Fort Wayne. Like, I grew up in Lafayette because I've been here since I was really young. But I'm originally born and from Fort Wayne. And I still go up there quite often because I have family and stuff up there. So he was telling me, he's like, oh, next time you're up here, you should definitely check out these breweries. Because I was telling him about a pizza place up there called Oli's Pizza that has the best deep dish pizza you'll ever have. If you've had Giordano's pizza and we're like, man, this is great, this stuff is going to put that to shame.
Everyone
yet
in
to have-
Chicago now hates you.
I've yet to have Giordano's.
Everybody in Chicago's going, fuck off, Austin, fuck off.
Sorry, most of
I'm
them
kinda
probably
saying
already
too,
hated you.
But so then we more or less, like, by the end of the trip, we were looking at each other and he's like, "What are you doing next weekend?" I'm like, "I guess we're going to Fort Wayne."
Gonna get some
So
Oli's
we're
pizzas.
actually we're hooking up with Evan. We're gonna go do an episode with him. And
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That's what
It
we
was
said.
cool.
We're like, well, I told him, I was
I
like,
would like
hey,
to join you.
Hit us up on the page.
So-
shoot a post there, shoot us a message, your number, like, let us know that you're still interested in this, and we'll come up, get a hold of you, we'll meet up, and we'll brews with dudes in some breweries.
So as we're having this conversation, the bartender kind of notices and he starts asking. He's like, "So what's the deal? What do you podcast? Do you brew? Like what's the deal?" And we kind of tell him everything and
Do you podcast, do you brew? Yes.
all those things. We do all those things.
We do all of the things.
All of the all of the above.
And we eventually say, we're like, "Hey, is Mike around?" He's like,
guy.
Yeah, he is. Like, how the fuck do you know Mike? What are you talking about? And
It's like
he
blowing
goes
this
back
guy's
and-
mind.
And Mike doesn't come out and talk to us initially. He's a guy named Trent. His assistant comes and
I hate that fucking
and
name.
chats us up. And he was a super cool guy. We
That's good.
we
Sorry,
sat there
Trent.
and- Trent, you're a great guy. Don't listen to Dr. Dongo.
I just don't
better
like your
than
name.
him,
I'm sure you're a
actually.
great guy.
Trent was a real nice
He was
guy.
actually a really, really
He
nice
chatted
guy.
us up for a little bit, and then he's like, "Well, Mike's back there putting in our entries for the World Beer Cup right now.
Whoa.
So hopefully he'll have some time in a little bit." And then lo and behold, almost when we were done, Mike comes out and chats us up for a little bit, and we tell him about the podcast and everything. And Austin mentions that we'd love to come back sometime and do an episode with you. And he's like, "I'd love to do it." So
And he goes, we'll do it in the Bat Cave.
yeah, they've got a little nook.
They got
Awesome.
In the
they got a
middle
little-
of the store. It's
in
a
the middle
little
of the
nook where
store,
it's like,
and they call it the
it's
Bat
nice.
Cave. And then the
I
the
called it
light
the nook.
fixture has a big bat holding lights to make it the Bat Cave. It was really cool.
That's dope.
It's a pizza place, brewery, and they're getting ready to expand. They're getting, I think you said, 9 new fermenters. They're moving like a block or 2 up, so they're getting ready to expand, which is great.
And it has a back.
Because Zwanzig's, if you've not been there, you need to check it out. They don't distribute a whole lot, it doesn't seem.
I've never heard of them. No.
I've never heard of them either.
They are amazing. The pizza was phenomenal.
Oh, so good. Man,
I think we got 3 meat is pepperoni, sausage, bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They had this, like, $5 deal where you get a slice of pizza, which is, like, this almost
A monster.
New
half
York
pound.
size.
Half pound.
It's a half
What-
pound slice of pizza.
What style pizza is it?
It looks like kind of like a New York style.
And
where it's
what
big.
kind of ovens do they use?
Pizza ovens?
Well, there's different kinds of pizza
It
ovens.
wasn't like a brick oven.
Okay,
It wasn't
no,
brick
not
oven.
brick, not fire.
I love pizza.
Not wood stove.
It's not belt fed.
No.
It
Microwave.
was just like what you'd get
It's
here
just a
at
bunch of
Lucas Pizza.
microwaves.
So
Oh,
stone
microwave
oven.
pizza is the best.
Kind of. It was like an industrial style stone oven.
Yeah, okay. That's what we have at Monaco. Or we had at Monaco.
But yeah, it was really good. But also, we had somebody else from the other room that came up to do something, and he comes up, and he's like, "Hey, what was that name of that podcast you're talking about?" So he pulls out his phone, and he's pulling up the information so he can start following Brews with Dudes. Like
That's
had
fantastic.
We chatted that whole bar up, and they were all listening.
Nick,
to,
it sounds like you're going to actually have to start sharing the podcast when it drops on Saturdays.
I know. It's weird.
And
that's
not
weird.
5 days later.
And then, as we're talking to Evan,
That's a
we
new record this week.
We mentioned it, like, oh no, tomorrow morning.
I remember talking to you. You mentioned it on the
On
last
Monday.
episode on Monday
And
when
then
we
I
recorded.
posted it Wednesday.
Yeah, and when I saw it, I was
So
like,
bad.
"Yep, there it is."
I am
Yeah,
so bad.
we were actually told Evan that, oh no, what we're talking is like episode 21 drops Saturday, tomorrow. He goes, oh, they come out on Saturdays? I was like, yeah, generally they'll come out Saturday morning to early afternoon.
He referenced our opinions. Like, he referenced things we
Really?
had said. That's when we were, like, really like,
Wow.
you're not joking.
He
Like, you have listened.
He brought up a white stout.
Yep, he brought the white stout that we drank a couple
to
episodes
Brett. He's
ago.
like, oh no, that white stout you had, you'll like this one. And referenced
It's weird.
another one to him that he should
awesome.
try. And Brett was like, whoa, dude, this guy knows what I like.
Bruh.
It was... It was kind of
This
like
guy knows what I
That
like.
is absolutely awesome.
It was
great.
a-
It was awesome.
We were pretty lit. This was 12:30 in the afternoon. We were already fucking drunk. Because I'm telling you, like I said, 12 beers. We had a flight. We had a couple pints. We sampled
I
everything.
stopped drinking because I was like, I got to drive home in like
Should've hung out
40
with you
minutes. I
guys
need to
today.
like cut it out.
Yeah, that sounds way better than Subaru.
It was better than working.
I did a lot of laundry. That's what I did.
I called off work today to go spend over $200 on beer.
I took a paid day off today, so I got paid to do all of this today.
I have you beat, Nick. So, for the 2015
For
Doom
real.
Room Halloween show, I called off on a Saturday. So I gave up an attendance bonus, time and a half pay for an entire shift, and then I also bought the Star Wars Blu-ray collection. So there's $100
Well,
gone.
come on, that doesn't count.
Fuck off, Dave.
But that's a $500
Hey.
Dave.
Dave, what the fuck? Whoa, it's Dongo. Did you just mess his name up?
No, because Dave was sitting there all smug.
That was a $500 day, guys.
Because I was going to tell Dongo to fuck off, but he bought that Star Wars Blu-ray set, and I couldn't tell him to fuck off anymore.
I'm really upset right now.
Me too.
I've done nothing but sit here and be nice and drink delicious beer, and you're just going to do that to
I
me?
needed another hug, and I feel like we're too
I mean,
far.
I'll still
that's
hug
enough.
you. I'll still hug you.
I'm not
damn
gonna
it,
lie.
that's enough.
I would have much rather you told me to fuck off than Dave. I'm not happy about this.
Aw.
Austin, I'm going
Dick's
to
on my
stand in that
side.
corner, put your nose in it. 5 minutes.
As Dick's champion.
5 minutes. I'll
All
let
right,
you know.
let me
I'll let you know.
Oh god.
my beer.
Don't make a mess.
God.
Set a
Don't make
timer.
a mess.
I'll hold the
You're
slack.
gonna lose mic time.
Oh no, I'm not.
That's part of the
Oh
punishment.
man.
Nope. No mic.
No, guess I'm not going in the corner. It doesn't reach.
Piece of shit.
If only. I'm so glad kids don't have that option when
That's
you
a
put
streak
them in
now, too. That's
timeout.
3 episodes in a
Well,
row where I've been called a piece of
the
shit.
microphone won't reach. I'm not going to timeout.
How many episodes?
Suck it, Dad.
At least.
Maybe more. I can't remember.
Maybe more. I don't know.
That was a delicious beer right there.
That was
Let's-
amazing.
I've only
Let's do
ever
this
had
one next.
4 beers, but that was the best beer I've ever had.
Because it's got
This guy, Mr. New Beer guy.
It's got what in it?
These have the same hops. This is all of that one, so let's do this one, then that one. Because
Finish off with the one that's not.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You got the Idaho 7 nuggets?
This
Dude,
fucking guy.
I seriously
Fuck off,
hope they
P-Lock.
make that. Now that McKinley's like, that's my favorite hop.
Let's blow them the fuck up.
McKinley
over it.
Nuggets.
McNuggets?
Hey,
450 North, if you're listening, McKinley Nuggets.
Yeah.
You can call them.
Make that a thing.
Brought to you by Dick and Dave.
You can call them Mickey Nuggets.
I'll allow it.
Seriously, I feel like that guy needs some like serious high fivage because he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy.
Super awesome dude. Now he had a lot of awesome things to say about the beer school he did with us. He's like, yeah, it's I think that's been like one of the most entertaining ones I've done for a crowd. Normally everybody's like, oh yeah, cool, but like we were into it, like, you know, and we retained the information that he gave us, and it was just a lot of fun. I mean, mostly because he made it fun. But
I got a shirt.
yes, you did. And I think you're wearing it.
I
Aren't you?
am currently wearing
He
this
is
shirt.
wearing that
But
shirt.
no, I told him, I was like, you know, like it's really cool hearing you say that because I normally hear it from bands coming to Lafayette because bands are like, oh man, I love coming to Lafayette because everybody's so into the music and stuff. It's like, we're just into shit here.
Yeah, we're into
It's really true.
We're
Yeah,
into
we
things.
like this music, and
Lafayette,
we love
Indiana.
live music, so we try to bring it here.
Lafayette, Indiana.
Casey
We
told
like
me
stuff.
that they gave us they gave Casey and myself a shout out, saying it was these guys that they got it here in Lafayette in the first place. So I thought that was pretty cool.
We like stuff.
We're working on more
And things.
places. We're going to breweries, and we're bringing them to Lafayette, and then we're gonna make our own fucking beer. That's also coming up soon too. We've got 8 different Maxons and Me beers ready to drink. So I think that one of the next few episodes we're gonna do is gonna be all Maxons and Me.
I'm super
You're really
excited
bad
for
at the
that.
interrupting thing, Austin.
I am.
Can
I come to that one?
Interrupt. I was trying
Really
to be
fucking
subtle.
bad at it.
Am I allowed to go to that
moving
one as
on to
well?
this next beer.
Yeah, let's hear about this.
Let's hear about
We're
it.
getting into the Fruity Nuggets. It's a double dry hopped IPA with Citra, Mosaic, and El Dorado hops. Clocks in at 7.2%, which surprisingly makes it one of our weakest beers tonight, which is fucking awesome. So
Basically water.
yeah, this is nothing
So
compared
we're
to
gonna.
that.
We're
You
gonna-
wouldn't know.
This
You
is
never
a
drank
palate
beer
cleanser
before.
to follow that.
Yeah, this is only P-Lot's
Fudge
6th
nuggets.
beer ever. Fifth, because you had 2 of the one.
Fifth.
So it's 6. It's 6.
That is fruity.
So good.
Oh,
like-
yes.
Fruit juicy.
Heavily.
It's more fruity pebbles. I was gonna say Fruit Loops.
Yabba dabba doo.
Sorry,
I
nugget.
kind of want to like just fill a bathtub full of this and bathe in it.
I kind of want to fill a bathtub for you so you can bathe in it.
Please do.
I just want you to bathe.
Well, considering
I bathe
it's,
regularly.
it's $17.50 for a
Did you
bag,
just tell
it's gonna
Dave
be
to
an
fuck off?
expensive
No.
bath.
I was pretending to be Dave.
I want to fill a
Telling me to
bathtub with
fuck
your
off.
blood.
Oh,
You'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
It's fucking brutal.
Oh,
Wow.
wow, wow. That might be the first Brews with Dude shirt. Is a picture of Owen Wilson holding a beer, saying "Wow."
Wow. I would buy that shirt at least 4 times.
Or you can do that.
Make sure you attain the image rights.
Yeah,
The image
I
right.
know. Believe me.
To Owen Wilson's image.
Or you can do that
Wow.
image of me.
But that's
that I took
expensive.
Last night doing my.
Yeah.
And just have wow. Really
Why-
small.
just get
Wow.
just get like a crooked, broken nose, and that'd be it. And just say
No,
wow.
just that close up of his nose and his mouth. Just wow.
Wow.
Like the way he says it without the
I'm
side
very
of his
careful
mouth.
about infringing upon people's copyrights. It's happened a couple times.
Me too. It happened this week on Podcastrophe.
I heard about that.
We got blocked. Our live feed just got shut the fuck down.
What happened?
We were live streaming, and so we were watching and reacting to a video, and it immediately got flagged due to copyright algorithms on Facebook, and
That's impressive.
it like immediately like
You got
was-
Zuckerberg?
No, I didn't get zucked.
Oh.
I didn't get zucked.
You sucker.
That sucks.
The video we were watching was the Tommy Wiseau Joker audition tapes from Nerdist, and I immediately, as soon as we were
You
done,
guys are so trendy on Podcastrophy. Very trendy.
yeah.
The trendiest.
You don't say.
No, somebody's like, hey, you need to watch this video. I'm like, all right. Typed
Was
it
it
in. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Was it actually good though?
Yeah, it was good. It's Tommy Wiseau. So,
Hi, Batman.
I don't even know who that is.
So was it good?
The Room.
The Room.
Never
The
seen
disaster artist.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark. Oh, hey, doggy.
You would not watch The Room
No,
Why would I?
it is.
because it's popular now. That's why.
It's popular now. It was considered the worst movie ever made, and then because
Oh, so we like it because it's bad now?
It's camp. It's
because
campy.
Seth Rogen and James Franco decided to do a movie about that movie.
Honestly,
called The
Oh, are they
Disaster
still
Artist.
relevant?
And now
Not
it's
really.
on
They're
occasion.
trying.
They're trying.
On occasion.
Not for lack of
They're
trying.
You know, I really like
ditch.
James Franco in Annapolis, but now it's kind of like
This beer is so fruity.
and all you
Very
new
fruity.
James Franco fans are going to go, "What's Annapolis?" And you're going to go look it up, and you're going to watch it, and you're going to go, "What is this
This
trash?"
is definitely not James Franco.
They're like, "This isn't James Franco." I was like, "Yeah, it is. This is James
isn't
Franco
Philip
before he
DeFranco at
met
all."
Seth Rogen."
See, to me, James Franco will always be Harry Osborn. That's where I got my
He's never gonna outlive that.
Actually,
That-
a lot
that's
of
where
those
I got
Harry
my start.
Osborn looks you get in Annapolis, where it's that close up, where he's got that weird emotional distress behind
that's
his
where
eyes.
that's where I started with James Franco, and then he moved on to I moved on to his stupid movies, and
When he-
then I saw Freaks and Geeks, and I was like, whoa.
and then you saw This Is the End.
This is the end was
And then
hilarious.
Yes.
Pineapple
I like
Express.
that. That one was
Pineapple Express
fantastic.
was great.
Everybody playing themselves.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I like that.
Danny McBride, god damn it.
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera
Michael
just
Cera.
being absolutely like ridiculous.
Dick fucking a bunch
Does this
of
close my
sluts.
funny to you?
Fuck stole my phone. I brought all this cocaine for everybody, and you fuckers stole my phone. Oh, wait, here it is. Sorry, guys.
Does this Coke smell funny to you?
The whole jerk off scene.
Oh man.
I'll jerk off wherever I want.
You got iPads every fucking wall and jerk off like a goddamn
That was
pilgrim.
the one scene
jerk
where
off
I
on
thought
you
it
if
went
I
too
want.
far. Like not too far, but it went on too long. You're like, guys.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Give it
I think that's
Give it
why it
up.
was so funny. Was because it just went so
Kept
long
going.
and just kept
I love
going.
that Jonah Hill was too nice.
Yes.
He was
Dave
way
has
too nice,
left
and then
the
he got
room.
fucked by that
Got a
demon.
pee-pee. Oh yeah.
That demon raped the hell out of him, and he was happy about it. He was very, very too nice about it.
Very, very too nice.
At the end, when Danny McBride makes Channing Tatum his sub.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
his
good.
gimp.
That was pretty
Yeah,
good.
Channing Tatum is Danny McBride's gimp.
And you know, I absolutely love Channing Tatum for his ability to just pop into a movie and be the comic relief. Like,
That's a really long way
I'm
to
gonna
say his
fuck his
abs.
asshole later.
you're right.
No,
okay.
I love when James Franco does his self-sacrifice to save himself, and then he tells everybody to go fuck themselves, and he drops.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you guys! Oh wait, what? I got. Oh, arrogance.
So back to Channing Tatum. So he's in this movie with
Fuck
Kevin
off,
James and Vince
Dick.
Vaughn called The Dilemma. It's kind of like a rom-com fucking
But
movie.
anyway, how is this beer, Nick? I am very enjoying it. You're almost done.
Sorry,
What's
I was
the-
too
what's
busy
the
dazing
mouth?
out hearing the term rom-com.
I know. Well, okay, so Channing Tatum's the best part of that movie, and he's not even a main character.
I'm trying to cut Dick off here so he stopped talking
Cut
about this
Dick off,
trash.
huh?
Yeah.
I would rather cut my dick
Cut
off.
dick.
I'd rather
off.
cut my dick off than listen to Dick talk about whatever this is he's talking about.
Brews with these hashtag cut dick off.
There's a shirt. Cut Dick off.
We're working on it.
Hashtag
We're
cut
working on
Dick off.
something. I don't know what it is yet.
How do you guys? What's like the mouth feel on this one?
I'm glad you asked.
How does your
let me get a
mouth
mouthful.
feel?
Wet. Wet.
Thank you, Dave.
So
Your
I can
input is
preview.
always appreciated.
That's one of the
Gentle.
The bonuses from the New England IPAs.
Who
Correct.
tell us about
Is
them?
it gentle mouthfeel?
I think it's juicy, juicy, juicy.
I think it's
Pila, will you tell us how
with your eyes when
juicy
you say it.
mouthfeel.
Can you tell us what makes a New England IPA?
Juicy,
Can you tell us?
Something like that. There you go. That's it. You got it.
Eyes closed,
Juicy.
eyebrows bouncing.
It's also aggressively hopped.
Aggressively.
Aggressively.
They just like throw a bunch of hops in and yell
What
at
was
it.
my response? What makes a New England IPA? I was like, dry hoppiness or something like that.
Dry
Yeah,
hoppiness.
something-
Yes, that was one of the questions
Something
last
dumb like
night at
that.
the beer school. Is what makes a New England IPA, and it's the dry hopping of it. It's not the normal hop process of it. It's later on where they dry hop it, where they put hops in towards the end, which instead of making it more bitter.
All right, now that you've learned for the third time what dry hopping is,
Yeah.
thanks to Austin. Let's give him a quick
but
round
they
of
said
applause for
instead
that one.
of
Good
using
job.
a pound of hops, they use
That was
6
great.
pounds of hops.
God
was
damn, they
awesome.
use so many.
It was
Lots of hops.
That's so many hops. So it makes it really, really juicy.
You know how I can tell that Austin's talking too much?
Because he's talking.
Everybody gets quiet.
Because
That
he's
is
talking.
fair. That is fair. Good one.
Because he's got a lot of
I
beer in his
understand.
cup. I wasn't meaning it. I wasn't trying to be too much.
That's
of a dick.
very plausible.
Yeah, he was
Pilat.
just all like, "Hey, Austin,
Pilat,
drink your beer,
I
Drink
love
your beer
shut the fuck
faster.
up."
Cool.
I want the internet
Piece
to
of
know how
shit.
much I love you.
No.
Pilot is an alright guy.
Dave, you
He's
were
sitting
such
there in
a love
Vector
whore.
shirt, so he gets
Yeah,
And I'm
Yes,
okay
I
with
am.
that.
more credit.
I just want more love in the world,
And
man.
you know, I think the world needs more love.
Damn right.
I think the
from
world
you.
needs less people interrupting people. That's what I think. But that's just me.
I'm sorry.
Would have been funny
Why'd
to
y'all stop
interrupt Nick
talking
when
now?
he said that.
Why'd you stop talking?
Why'd you stop talking?
You made me feel guilty about it.
I didn't want to interrupt.
You are already talking. We
All
are
right, so
on to the
diving
last
into
beer of the
the-
night, the Mosaic Nuggets, a double dry hop double IPA, and it has got 100% Mosaic hops. Dun, dun, dun.
0% Idaho 7 hops.
No Idaho 7.
It's
this,
like-
this is not on McKinley's top 5, I bet.
McKinley Nugs.
I bet this is like the Citra Nuggets, but not with Citra Nuggets.
They should
Or
call.
Citra hops.
They should make a Idaho 7 hopped only beer and call it Idaho Gold.
Ooh, like the potato.
Yes.
It put a lot of eyes on the can.
At least 7 of them.
Both the letters and actual eyes.
Actual eyes.
Wrap it all the way
This,
around.
wow, this looks like a rather light beer. This looks
It's
like a.
definitely, you can see through it way easier than you
Yeah.
can the other ones. 8%.
This is like the clearest beer I've seen from 450.
I would
It's
agree.
probably the clearest beer tonight.
Absolutely. All right, guys, beer number 6. We're
Beer number
diving in.
6.
Yee.
Yeah.
I think I'm having deja vu.
Oh, shit.
I'm not.
Not a lot of scent to it.
No, it doesn't. It's very easy going down, though. It doesn't taste like an 8%er.
Very good.
Wow.
But
Wow.
going back to our conversations with
Please don't.
everybody at the brewery earlier, we were actually had a some constructive criticism a little bit. We were told what our fan, who was
Mr. Evan Brown.
The
Mr.
one
Evan
fan
Brown.
you have.
Number one fan,
the
only fan.
number one.
Only
He's
fan.
going to be our number one fan. Even if he's not, you are now. But
Good job, Evan.
he mentioned how much he likes how we kind of get on our spurts of just talking about music and movies and whatever else, and how we kind of just ramble off. But he's like, it would be really cool to have you guys get more of these rare beers that people are after, like M43 and such. Like, it'd be really cool to see some of that on there. I was like, yeah, the beers we're having today are actually, you could consider rare beers because you can only get it right now. But
That's what we're in the. But I mean, he says that, and absolutely appreciate your opinion, Evan. But we're working on more of that. You know,
Yeah,
that's
we're
why we
working
go
on
to.
more.
That's why we go to the releases like we did today. Like,
And,
because not a lot of people get the chance to drink a lot of these beers. So we do it when we can, and we're trying to do more of it. You know, when
we actually have a episode Nick and I have been discussing coming up. In 3 episodes, we're going to do episode 25.
Because it's another arbitrary milestone that we came up with.
I still have, and so does Nick. We still have bombers from the 2017 18th Street Brewery Barrel Massacre release.
So it's going to be an all-barrel aged.
Mr. Pilot was there with us.
Can I come?
Yes, you sure can.
You sure can.
May
and
I?
we're gonna,
Barrel
of course,
Massacre.
We're gonna bust open 5 of those bombers and make that an episode.
Yeah, it's going to be beefy.
And then we'll die.
For the 20th episode, we did it was Dark Horse.
Yes.
We did a lot of really beefy.
Those beefy boys.
Really rare.
Beefy boy.
Yeah, that was like a full episode of Rare Beers.
It was just 4, but every single one of them was over 9%, with some of them being 12. They were mean.
I think that's what kind of finally broke me in on the stouts and whatnot.
A full episode of it.
I was like, man, because I remember you saying this is going to be the episode where Dick hates every beer, and I actually enjoyed every beer.
And then we considered
it's
that
the one time
challenge.
I'm willing to accept defeat.
But the challenge has
Kind
been
of a
accepted.
victory, though.
It is a victory, exactly. You got it. You got it.
It's a.
He would have hated every single one of them.
Don't
Episode
say
1,
it.
but episode
Don't
20.
even fucking say it.
Say what?
Go ahead.
Say
I
what?
want to see if I was right.
What was I going to say?
Go ahead.
Fuck off.
No.
I want to hear you.
No, I want to hear you say
off.
what you think I was going to say.
You were going to say it's a dictory.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I'm going to use that at least
I've
twice
been on
tomorrow.
the show with you too many times now.
Yeah, he saw the word combined in my head.
Yeah.
And then just
They made
I
eye
saw my eyes
contact.
light up right
I
before I
love
said
the way
it.
he describes it. He saw the word combine in my head. I saw right
and then
through
my
you.
eyes lit up.
I saw
and
the
he knew-
twinkle in both your eyes in that moment before you. Dick
And
was
he was like,
Dick was like,
no.
do it.
I'm like, God damn it.
Do it. Do it.
Okay.
It was.
I'm going to use that word at least twice tomorrow.
What word?
Dictory.
Dictory.
I will too. I will
Hashtag
too.
Dictory.
Well,
I will use it every time after coitus.
oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Shout out
Dictory.
Miranda.
High five for that Dictory.
That means sex.
Well, before we talk any more about any of that, we are at the end of the road. We're
Yes.
still working on the mosaic nugs. But Chris, you're new to the game, so you get this is the fun part. We say what we think our favorite beer is, and if there was one that definitely stuck out as your least favorite, you can say that too. Sometimes we end up saying our first couple favorites. Does anybody know for sure what their favorite of tonight was?
That's tough for me.
I will.
It looks like Pilot. Well,
What do you think,
Chris
Pilot?
Pilot thinks it.
You held the mic up to the can.
Hey,
Tell
Can.
us what you think.
Tell
Beer.
it, Can.
Hey, beer. Let's go.
Can we get all the cans up here? Because I'm drawing.
You're what?
I need to see
You
everything.
need a visualization of this
Yeah.
Dictory.
Yes.
Dictory to us.
We already have a Slurpee up here. Get it down.
The Slurpee was also approved by non-beer drinkers.
God damn, that is a beautiful.
We got
that is
the
a beautiful
tropical
lineup.
nuggets. We got
It
the
really is.
pot of gold. Then we had the Slurpee. What was that? Blackberry mango Slurpee. Then we had the fudge nuggets, followed by a fruity nuggets, and then the mosaic nuggets to finish it all off.
So, Chris, I'm going to agree with you. I'm definitely going to give it to the fudge.
Give it to the fudge.
Let's hear it for the fudge.
Let's pack it in there and just give it all in to the fudge.
Yeah. So,
That's a Dictory.
I guess in terms of just there's a lot of IPAs, double IPAs. So I kind of want to say my favorite's fudge, followed by the mango, and then probably say the tropic. And there was not a least favorite. I would just say because the fudge and the mango stood out in their own right. It was a stout, a sour, and then we had a bunch of IPAs.
Yeah.
So I would say that the Tropic is my favorite of the IPAs. But I would still say Fudge and Slurpee were my first two favorites. I cannot wait for the next in the Slurpee line because they're doing a whole series. This one was Blackberry Mango. I don't know what's next, but I'm very excited for it.
I want it.
I want it too.
We actually found out today that there's another Slurpee being released in 2 weeks.
March 30th.
March 30th, they're going to have another Slurpee. The Cookies and Cream Nugget is coming back.
A triple IPA and a milk stout.
And then a milk
That's what
stout.
they told us. 4 cans, Slurpee, cookies, milk stout, triple IPA.
Yeah.
So
They said they're doing a release on 420.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
they're
heard that
doing
as
it.
well.
they do it every 2 weeks.
420 is going to be their big release.
Yeah,
What I
there's a
heard yesterday.
5-can release on 420.
5 cans instead of 4, instead
Yes.
of 6. They're releasing beer all the time. They're
All the
great.
time.
They're great. Most of
good.
it's really fucking awesome. Most of it's really awesome. I will say that I like it when
Actually,
they go.
all of it is really awesome.
I like it when they go outside. Like, I love IPAs, but their stouts are killer. This is the first like sour that they did. It was fucking killer. So I love their IPAs. I'm excited to see what else they got. I'm excited for the Cookies and Cream round 2.
Yeah.
I bet it's gonna be. I bet it's gonna be better.
even
and I
better.
really like the Cookies and Cream. So
That was really good.
And if you listen to that episode where we did the Battle of the Brews between BrewLink and
That was a fun
450,
episode.
that was
that
really
was a fun
fun.
which is
episode.
actually referenced to us today by Mr. Evan Brown. Thank you.
yeah. Evan. Yee.
Evan.
So Austin, we're getting sidetracked. What was your favorite?
My favorite, I got to go with the Mosaic, just because I'm actually a big Mosaic hop fan. So
Weird. This is weird.
Weird.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So
You didn't give it to the fudge. Wow.
What about you, Dongo?
You know, I'm pretty split between Tropical Fruity and Pot of Gold.
Really?
Those were all so fantastic.
Wow.
I'm gonna say this: like, there is not a beer here that I did not like. I loved every single one of these.
Yeah. Let's make that disclaimer. They were
Yeah.
all really fucking awesome.
I would say, unpopular opinion. I'm gonna go with Slurpee and Nuggets as my least favorite. Nuggets being my least, Mosaic Nuggets being my least favorite.
Yeah, the Mosaic didn't really stick out to me. I like it.
yeah.
It was good, but it definitely doesn't stick out in the grand scheme of all this.
In my
Right.
initial taste of it, I had just finished my Fruity Nuggets, so
Yeah.
I still had that like wafting around in my mouth. Then I went to the Mosaic, and I'm like, okay. So upon further drinking, I was like, this is still okay, but they're all good.
Yeah,
They were
right.
all good.
They were all killer.
Gotta reiterate how good all of these beers were.
I cannot decide between the Tropical and the Pot of Gold.
I
don't.
really liked the Tropic. The
Yeah.
Tropic were real good.
You know
I need to look into that.
You know, I'm gonna mix those
Motueka.
later.
Yeah.
Motueka, whatever that is.
You wanna
Look
do
it
that
up.
later?
I want to get
Mix
some of
some
those
beer
and make
mix
some
the
beer.
tropical and the pot of gold.
Ooh.
I would like a whole beer, like
See,
a
I've never
100%
suicided beer before.
Motueka. That would be sweet.
I've never suicided beer before.
Never?
Never. I heard you guys did that with the double O's and the cookies and cream.
Yeah, it was good.
Brett
was
did
good.
that. And you
Yeah.
said it was,
I did it too.
oh, you did?
In my own
I
time.
had that yesterday.
In my own time.
So,
The double O's and the
did you
cookies and
decide?
cream.
Did I miss it?
I
can't.
can't,
He can't.
honestly.
But you're
he's got a
IPA.
type-
But
You're
I
thinking-
did manage to narrow it down from fruity pot of gold tropical
That's
to
worthy.
tropical and pot of gold.
Okay, that's worthy. I'll take that.
Waving goodbye to Suzette and her friend over here.
See you guys. All right. So, David, what do you got?
So I have to agree with everyone. There's not a beer I didn't
Everyone
like.
here was right. Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner.
Everybody gets a trophy.
But I have to agree with. I'm gonna have to
We
agree
don't
with.
believe in
We're not like that.
We don't
No.
believe in participation
No, we
trophies
don't
on
do
the
that.
JIC
We don't
network.
do that.
That was the
Cook it.
joke. That was
Austin,
a joke.
Austin, the corner. The corner.
Get in the corner.
the corner.
Don't put baby in the corner.
Can't
angry.
wait to fix that pop.
Damn it, Austin. All right.
Don't tell me what to do.
Do I get to talk now?
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right. So I have to agree with Pilot and Nick. I really like the fudge and the Slurpee.
It stuck out. They were so unique.
Yes.
They're so unique.
The
They were
fudge
so
is
unique in the line
my
of
top.
IPAs
The
we
fudge
had.
is my top. Everyone probably knows now that I love stouts.
Yeah.
That's my thing. And I'm really getting into sour beers. So both those are my top. With that being said, I really like the Tropic Nuggets as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this will be the episode where I'll accept I like IPAs now.
Wow, welcome.
First time ever. I like
Yes.
IPAs.
Welcome to the
I
club.
need a better high five than that, Dave.
That was awful.
There we go.
Well, there you have it, guys. We had 6 different beers tonight, all from 450 North. They were all totally fucking fantastic.
Awesome.
So shout out to 450 for having awesome beer. Shout out to McKinley
Fantastic.
for being a super awesome representation of the brewery. Thank you to Zwanzig's for having super awesome beer and food. Shout out to Evan Brown for being
Evan!
for really making our day. Honestly, we did a lot of really awesome things today.
Yeah,
and
but-
meeting a fan out in the wild.
Yeah, that's
that
crazy.
that
We
definitely
love
made
you,
our
Evan.
day. Thank you to Chris Pilot for making your first appearance on Brews with Dudes.
Can I have one plug before we leave?
Of course, Dave. Give us a
So
plug.
I would like to plug away. So there's a shitty punk band in Lafayette, Indiana.
There's a couple, actually.
There's a couple. There's a few. But there's one in particular.
They're all shitty if you really want to
There's one in
break it down.
particular. There is Yesterday's Chips, Lafayette's premier punk band. Shitty punk band.
Stale Chips.
According to us, has a EP release. It's right here. You can't see it because you're on the internet.
I'm looking at it, though.
But right here, live at the DDC, Yesterday's
see
Chips,
the Doomsday Compound.
CD.
Dan Favors, Midwest Tell Melodies. This is Midwest Tell Melodies number 14. This is the 14th thing that they've released. I've done some work with Dan, both with my band and as the Doom Room. And I guess I'll admit that I've also listened to this already. So I know that it sounds good.
I listened to it. So the first time I listened to it was live on Podcastrophe this week.
Oh,
And
really?
You sent me a Snapchat of you playing it in your car.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's live and played through car speakers and sent through a cell phone camera, and it sounded awesome.
The Illuminati
really appreciate
is about
that.
to tell you to shut the fuck up.
We
Can I
really
buy a
appreciate
copy
that.
that sounds
Don't
like
move.
that?
Don't move.
Yes. I record
So your
the
FBI agent just
Snapchat
told you to
quality.
stay where you are.
So it doesn't matter where you're at. If you get a hold of Dave or Mike or Tyler or any of the guys at Yesterday's Chips, they've got copies of this.
Yes.
I'm going to additionally plug. I, as the Doom Room, also will have copies of this. Dan Favors with Midwest Tell Melodies has copies. You can get this all over the place. It's easy to get. It's probably somewhere around $5.
It is exactly $5.
I might actually wipe my ass with the CDs and then give that away for free.
Ooh, I want that one.
So that'll be a special edition. So yeah, Dave, he's been here several different times. His band is pretty fucking all right. So
Thank you. I just wanted that shameless
we'll
plug.
throw up a link. We'll throw up a link so that you can buy it online when this episode premieres. That'll probably be easy to do.
That
So-
reminds me, I need to PayPal somebody for one of their EP releases.
Delusional parasitosis.
Delusional Parasitosis with James Schuster. Yeah, I gotta PayPal that guy.
So Austin, thanks for coming. Chris again. Dave, Dr. Don.
Thank you for having us.
This has been a really fun episode. This was a lot of fun. We will see you in episode 23. Who knows what beers will appear out of the wild? I'm sure they'll be delicious. But until then, thank you for tuning in to Brews with Dudes. Yee yee.
Yeah!